Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Ablecraft. Now, things may look quite different. We've made a fair bit of progress between episodes. We can see we've got all of our storage still over here. We've got an enchanting setup. We've got a horse, some farms, and over here we have all different kinds of villagers. It's mostly librarians, which I have been grinding and trading between episodes. And if you look at my armor and my hotbar, you can see that we have fully enchanted gear. So we've got a helmet that's got everything on it, all of the armor, and all of the tools with some fortune, some silk touch as well. But what are we going to be doing today, you may wonder? Well, another change is that we have a nether portal, and if we just hop through here, just like that, and you can see that we're up here on top of the bedrock in the nether, and we have the beginning of a nether hub. We've got some portals over there, some portals over there, and you may be wondering how we got up here. So if we just head over to here, I had a ladder up to that onto that piece of bedrock, and then I ender pearled through. So I climbed the ladder and then ender pearled through, and then built portals up here. And then we used the trick of breaking bedrock with a piston in order to break a hole down so that we can get back down to the nether. And if we just head to this portal just over here, this is the area that we're going to be working on for our main base. Now you can see I've claimed this area with some netherrack pillars, and if we just hop into FreeCam, you can really get a sense of the land. Now, just for context, spawn is over there, and the village is far over there out of render distance, and Freddo's starter base is just around the mountain just over there. But this is the area that we're going to be working on for most of the series. You can see that it's on this mountain and we've got some interesting terrain. I'm not quite sure how I'll incorporate it yet. We've got this little drop down here, and if we just hop over here. Oh! Okay, apparently there was a creeper there. I did not see that. Oh, it's a good thing we've got good armor. Anyway, just over here, you can see that we've got this really interesting dripstone cave as well. Now, you may be wondering what the theme for this series is going to be. Well, this series, I am going to be a scientist. So I'm going to be exploring the Minecraft world, doing all kinds of science experiments with a kind of modern build style. And also, because the point of Ablecraft is to get out of our comfort zone and also to make our builds kind of accessible and inclusive, I'm going to be channeling that energy and making sure that everything that I build fits within those parameters. But I'm also going to be experimenting with new farms that I want to build, and also getting resources in probably the most convoluted way possible in some instances. For instance, I want to make an automatic dirt farm. But just before we start, we need a base of operations, and we need to move out of the village. So we're going to have to gather some resources and then start building. And so we've gathered all of the resources. We've got all of this in here and all of this in here. And we are just waiting for some of these copper bulbs to oxidize a bit more. You can see we've got some starting already. And then I will take all of this over to our new area and we'll start building our starter base, which is very exciting. I bet you can hear the music already because it's time-lapse time. Woo! So I think this will do for a starter base. You can see we've got the nice CP down here, a lot of storage, bookshelves, enchanting setup, all of this good stuff. Nothing missing at all. Or should we add a roof? I think we need to add a roof. So let's get to that. And there we have it. We have a interestingly shaped building. If I hop into FreeCam, we can see that we've kind of got this little dome here, but it's kind of like it's got a wing. And I've just realized that it looks like a face that is waving. If you have the doors as eyes, why do you always end up building faces? Now, I haven't added any of the details. I do want to add some wind turbines up here and maybe some cool copper things and things to do with lightning. And oh, it's getting dark, which means that you can really see the light effects that I'm going for. I have added these two redstone, what are they called? Copper bulbs down there that kind of flash out of sync of each other, which is really cool. We're going to have the wheat growing at the top. And then if we just hop on the inside, we've got our little area down here. Now I will add a bit of redstone so that we can kind of control these bookshelves and push them out a bit. We've got the CP for Clevprof and lots of different bits and pieces. Anything that we may need access to. This is just a starter base, but hopefully it will be staying for the whole thing. Now if we just sleep, we can have a look up here. And you can see that we've got the water trickling down, a nice little water feature. And yeah, I'm just really happy with this. And let's add a few details and then it will be done and we can move all of our stuff across. Now, you may have noticed during that time lapse that we've got a neighbor. So just for context, that's where we spawned and Fredo is going to be occupying this side of the river. Some really interesting terrain over there, and Fredo's got a really cool looking house just over there. They've left the door open, but it looks like they're building some kind of farm up there as well, so everything's starting to come together and looks really, really cool. So inside we've got some little details here. Now this I'm picturing as a water cooler. We've got this banner here with the waterlogged copper grates and all of this around here. We've got the little like compass, little brewing stand. So it's like a little water cooler with a tap that comes out and some custom banner designs that I've done. You can see we've got this one as well that's kind of potion-y and fits in with the scientific theme. And then this one here I'm seeing as a kind of generator that will power the lights. And if we just use FreeCam, you can see outside we've got these wind turbines, which I'm really proud of the design. We've got these little redstone bits on top, and it looks like we've got a cable connecting down into where the generator is. And I'm really happy with this design. We're going to try and get sort of as eco as possible, having renewable energy to power our little home. So now that all of that is done, what I want to do is I've come over here to the shopping area. Just for context, we've got Freddo's build over there, so we're at the back of that, and Freddo's farms are up there. Freddo's starter area was all around here, and the village is just over that hill over there. And as you can see, Freddo has set up a very temporary shop. It's just selling wool. And the way that we're doing shopping is that we will charge either diamonds or something of equal value. So that could be a trade, a build, something as valuable as diamonds but useful to us. And yeah, we thought that that's a really cool way of doing things. Now, I want to set up a mending shop just because we've got the villagers and we might as well take advantage of them. And Freddo tells me that mending is the book that they need the most at the moment. So as you can see, I've got a load of different resources in my inventory, and we're just going to kind of build a little pop-up shop and see what we can come up with. Maybe this would be a good location. And just like that, we have a pop-up shop. It's just a little tiny thing, just because we're still in the early game. Maybe eventually I'll make a bigger one. But we've got this little mangrove roof. I like the idea of the hanging signs. I really like that. And the chains makes it quite open and airy. And then we'll put our things in there. I have decided that it's going to be 3 diamonds or equivalent per book, just because they do take a while to get. And we've got these little plants and this little sort of dirt area. I did try to blend it into the grass. And I think it's really cute. Quite happy with that. And just like this, oh, there we go. We have a full barrel of mending books. Now I've added an end chest here in case we need to access it for whatever reason, and it's fully stocked. So I will let Freddo know that this is now available, and hopefully we'll get some sales. Now just a reminder, it is 3 diamonds or equivalent, so maybe they'll find something of equal value to 3 diamonds, or they'll leave a favour or something like that. And yeah, I'm happy with how this has turned out. But unfortunately, that is all we've got time for in today's episode. We managed to build our starter base, which looks so cool, and a mending shop. Now, if you liked the video, then please go down and give it a thumbs up. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to stay notified for when I upload in the future. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Bye!